different versions of each show. And just I watched it in the back with everybody just now. And I want to say that Roseanne never gets enough credit for what a fine actress she is. Mm-hmm. And
thank you.
You know, I think from the very beginning when we worked together, she was on the stage with very seasoned actors, and she just held her own. And you can just see, I mean, the brilliance of it is rarely mentioned, but that's my last impression of her from tonight.
That's great.
Thank you.
Been talking about, you know, you've all had a long day, you've been talking about the show, but I'd love to hear what the cast, the kids, would like to say to Roseanne, you know, in terms of just if you could tell her one thing, say thank you, or, you know, what would you want to thank her for?
I would thank you for creating such a groundbreaking and amazing show. You know, something that has defined my life and my career, and just for being a strong woman, and how great to grow up watching a strong woman, and on top of it, you were always so loving to me. So I thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, I want to second that. I think you literally picked me and changed my life.
That's sweet.
And I've been really, really so thankful to all of them, but in particular for Roseanne and John, the guidance that they've given me along the way in my life. And Roseanne in particular has really reached out to me on big moments and big times in my life. And John's been a real support structure over the course of the last few years. And I'm just so thankful that I got to watch them, that I got to learn, you know, between Roseanne and John and Laurie. I don't think we ever could have learned from any more talented, kind-hearted, and collaborative people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sweet.
I have such a deep admiration for you, and I always have.
Thank you.
And I just really feel like you're really talented. I'm glad that Tom spoke about your acting, which is incredible.
Thank you.
I just feel like you're a wonderful writer.
Thank you.
And I feel like it's amazing for me as an adult to really realize how many ways that you've made me a stronger person just by example.
Thank you very much.
I want to say thank you for changing my life. Working on the show with you put my life in a completely different direction, and more than anything, I think being 16 and female, and my first experience being with you and watching you have complete control of that set and knowing what you wanted and not being afraid to ask for it. What an unbelievable role model to get to have. And then for being in my education, I mean, I just would watch you and see, you know, I will never forget doing a scene and something wasn't working and you'd say, guys, give me a second, and you'd just do something with the page, and we'd come back and the scene would just work. And so it was a huge learning experience, but also just a huge life experience. It kind of defined the next whole chunk of my life. I mean, on Scrubs for the next 8 years, they called me Second Becky.
That's amazing. Well, I want to
Thank you very much.
I want to thank the cast so much for being here.